Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon citizens of the country to celebrate Diwali with local products. Counting of votes to 2 assembly constituencies in Nagaland to take place tomorrow. CEO Nagaland says 3-tier security put in place. Total caseload of COVID-19 in the state climbs to 9,503. And wearing of face mask mandatory in Kohima municipality area in effect from today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called upon the citizens of the country to celebrate Diwali this year with local products. He gave the slogan "Local" for Diwali this year and said that it is our commitment and responsibility to celebrate Diwali with all locally produced items. After inaugurating and laying the foundation stone for 30 development projects in his parliamentary constituency, Varanasi, the Prime Minister began his speech in Banarasi dialect and thanked farmers of Purvanchal and said that despite COVID-19 pandemic, they produced bumper crops in their fields. Prime Minister said that there has been incredible work on the health sector and now Varanasi has become a hub of health facilities for not just the eastern part of the state but also for the whole country. He said that a lot of development took place in the last 6 years and many projects have changed the very look of the city. Talking about recent farm bills, Modi said that they are going to benefit the farmers as now middlemen are being excluded from the system. The Prime Minister also interacted with the beneficiaries of these projects during the event. All necessary arrangements have been put in place for safe counting of votes for the by-elections to 14 South Nangami 1 and 60 Bungro Gifere Assembly constituencies tomorrow. Counting of votes will start at 8 a.m. Chief Electoral Officer CEO Nagaland, Abhijit Sinha, in a press release said the counting of votes for both the constituencies will be carried out in one counting centre each in respective Deputy Commissioner complexes in Kohima and Gifere. He said a counting of votes for 14 South Nangami 1 Assembly constituency will be done by the SDO Civil Jakama and Returning Officer, and for 60 Bungro Gifre Assembly constituency by ATC Gifre and Returning Officer. He said a 3-tier security system will be enforced at the counting centres in which the first and second tier security will be manned by the District Executive Force, Nagaland Armed Police or Indian Reserve Battalion, while the third and last tier, close to the counting hall, will be manned by CAPF personnel. Sinha said the path for transportation of EVMs from the strong rooms to counting halls have been delineated and barricaded and under CCTV coverage. Besides, all arrangements of counting in line with the guidelines and detailed training to all counting personnel have been given in both the districts. The CEO also said that necessary protocols for preventing the spread of COVID-19 will be followed at the counting centres. He said every person entering the counting centre will be thermally screened and hand sanitizers will be provided at the entrances. He further added that the counting centres will be disinfected before and after the counting. The cases containing control units or VVPATs will also be sanitized before placing over the counting tables. Sinha also informed that the returning officers of both the constituencies will regularly upload the round-wise data and counting trends, which will be made available for viewing on ECI portal results.eci.gov.in. By-elections to 14 South Nangami 1 and 60 Bungro Gifre Assembly constituencies were held on November 3, while re-poll was also conducted in 2 polling stations of Gifre on 7th November. Altogether, 8 candidates are in the fray for the 2 assembly seats, 3 in 14 South Nangami 1 and 5 for 60 Bungro Gifre. The 15th Finance Commission today submitted its report for the period 2021-26 to President Ramnath Kovind. The Finance Commission, led by its chairman N.K. Singh, today called on the President and submitted the report. The report has been finalized after wide-ranging consultations with the union and state governments, local governments, chairmen and members of previous finance commissions, advisory council to the commission and other domain experts, academic institutions of eminence and multilateral institutions. The Finance Commission will also present a copy of the report to the Prime Minister. The report will be tabled in the Parliament by the Union Finance Minister along with an action-taken report of the government. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Nagaland reported 29 fresh cases of COVID-19 today, taking the total caseload to 9,503. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangyapom in a tweet said 14 cases were detected from Kohima, 13 in Dimapur, and 1 each from Beren and Tuensang. He also informed that 73 patients, including 49 from Dimapur, 20 in Kohima, 3 from Kifre, and 1 from Tuensang have recovered from the infection. With a total of 8,423 recovered cases, the state recovery rate has also improved to 88.64%. Presently, there are 941 active cases, while 40 persons have succumbed to COVID-19. Wearing of face mask has been made compulsory in and around Kohima municipality areas starting from today. Officially kicking off the program at the old MLA Junction in Kohima this morning, Administrator Kohima Municipal Council Govi Mayase appreciated the association for bringing in such initiative for the safety of all and expressed hope that the city will become safer. Reminding that the pandemic is not yet over, AKMWP President Nipulia Keho said the ward's panchayat, in its bid to reduce the transmission, have started the enforcement of compulsory use of face masks under the Kohima municipal areas. Volunteers from 19 wards, including senior leaders, are enforcing the safety measures by listing the names of the defaulters and compelling them to buy a face mask on the spot at 30 rupees. Around 1,900 defaulters were reported on the first day. Kohima Forest Division, along with Zeminu Range staff, yesterday rescued an Indian pangolin, which is an endangered species. In a release, Divisional Forest Officer Kohima Rajkumar M. informed that the department received information about the endangered species at Lokwe village under Zeminu Range on the night of 7th November. He said the animal is a nocturnal mammal and was found wandering into the village area by the village members. The officer said after rescuing the endangered species, it was then released into the wild in the presence of Zeminu Range staff, village council members and youth members of the village. Expressing gratitude to the village members for their support in the rescue operation, Rajkumar said the Indian pangolin is one of the most trafficked mammals in the world and it is considered as an endangered species under the International Union for Conservation of Nature and placed Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. India has welcomed the removal of Sudan from the list of state sponsors of terrorism and Sudan's normalization of relations with Israel. The External Affairs Ministry said in a statement that India's relations with Sudan is historic and special and forged on the basis of shared values and close people-to-people contacts. India congratulated the transitional government and the people of Sudan on the signing of the Juba Peace Agreement and expressed hope that these positive developments will usher in democratic changes and contribute to enhancing Sudan's development, peace, security, and stability. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. And now it's when the news. Here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon the citizens of the country to celebrate Diwali with local products. Counting of votes to 2 assembly constituencies in Nagaland to take place tomorrow. CEO Nagaland says 3-tier security put in place. Total caseload of COVID-19 in the state climbs to 9,503. And wearing of face mask mandatory in Kohima municipality areas in effect from today. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.